Skyforce is a well-paced movie with a tight screenplay and basically an entertaining watch despite the nationalist agenda. Here's what worked for it and what did not. See, when Bollywood wants to make a quick buck, it does two things. One is making sequels of hit movies, and the second is making movies that are designed to stir patriotism by putting Akshay Kumar in a uniform so that he can perform stunts and deliver lofty Deshbhakti lines. While the first one is a sure shot formula to disappointment, the second one generally fares better. After a number of movies where we have Akshay Kumar either in the army or the navy or in the police, we now have him in the Indian Air Force. The movie is somewhat of a war movie and also a missing person movie where the government finally recognizes a war hero's epic feat back in the Indian Air Force's most memorable airstrike back in 1965, although the recognition comes 20 years late. The thing is, the movie is based on real life events, which means that there is no real mystery about how things turn out. Skyforce begins with the Pakistani Air Force captain being taken into captivity as a prisoner of war. Akshay Kumar's Kumar Om Ahuja, who is a wing commander, is called in to interrogate this person. After a couple of lines about how good the Indian Air Force is morally, he discovers a connection to an airstrike he and his teammates had conducted 6 years back, during which a team member of his had gone missing. This is major news to Ahuja, who starts a search for the lost teammate, or at least tries to get the papers for an investigation cleared, which was just collecting dust or just being ignored because nobody cared if this person was dead or alive. The flashback is where all the action is. We are introduced to Krishna Vijayan, who is an ever frowning rebellious pilot. In a bid to show the bond between this character and Akshay Kumar's character, the background score not once but twice announces "Bravo, brother from another mother" when these two make an entrance together on two separate occasions. Are people still saying that brother from another mother? I thought it was passe. Vijayan is played by Veer Pahadia, who is not Karan Singh Grover. Believe it or not, he is the main character of the story, not Akshay Kumar. His equation with Akshay ranges between mentor mentee and, as I just said, brother from another mother sorts. It is this that takes the events of the movie forward. The plot is tight and the movie gets to the point without much drag. The visual effects of the aerial combat are, I would say, at par with some of the well made movies which are about the Air Force, such as the Top Gun movie which recently released. The acting is also pretty good. Come on, Akshay Kumar wouldn't mess this up. He's done almost identical roles before. Sharad Kelkar is a solid actor and he's given gravitas and several cigarettes to the role of the enemy flight lieutenant. Nimrat Kaur is convincing and there's a cameo by Varun Badula, and in the limited time he got on screen, I think he did a pretty smooth job. Varun Badula, boyfriend of Pammi with the heaving bosom. Even Sara Ali Khan didn't go overboard with her acting. Hallelujah. Coming to the things that didn't work. Let's start with the fact that Akshay was hogging the limelight in a movie which was not even about his character. He gets 3 slow-mo hero entrances, he jumps over walls to save people, complete with an explosion in the background as he's jumping, and he also delivers the hero lines. Except one, maybe. Who is the audience supposed to connect with? Him or the guy who gets the Mahavir Chakra award? Why can't he just narrate the story as he's supposed to and let someone else take the spotlight for once? Second, and the more obvious one, is the pseudo patriotism. It is in Bollywood's bloodstream to remind the audience once in a while how nasty Pakistan is, how much we hate them. We don't have amnesia. We remember that from the last 20 movies made on the same line. Please move on to some other way of showing you love your country. Third would be the dialogues that spoon feed the audience lessons on morality, loyalty, we are better than you, rules can be broken when needed, etc. The background music serves the same purpose, welling up every time Akshay Kumar has to give one of those monologues or doing that extravagant thing it does whenever there is a slow motion walk on the tarmac or a hero entry. Like we know these are important points in the movie. Don't make it so obvious. Speaking of music, what was the point of that totally forgettable song whose only purpose seems to be to showcase that one leg jumping hopscotch kit kit dance step done by Veer? I was like, oh my god, here we go again, where it started. But thankfully, it was cut short. Fourth one is actually kind of funny because it's hilarious how the movie was so careful not to say anything too positive about that Pakistani flight lieutenant because he did play a major role in Ahuja's search for his lost teammate. I guess that's how we roll now. Special mention of the big moment in the aerial combat. While somersaulting aeroplanes look nice, especially when the pilots miraculously find a moment to make eye contact, I bet I've seen this somewhere. Maybe with cars in some Fast and the Furious movie or some anime, but it's not new. The directors were so pleased with this that they made it happen twice in the movie in slow motion, in case you forgot to whistle and throw coins at the screen the first time. The final disappointment with the movie has got nothing to do with the movie. It was my personal theater experience. Why can't people shut up while watching a movie? There was this man with really loud reactions to every money shot and took the thunder from every punchline. Like when Akshay Kumar was going to answer Kaun Janab or Janab Kaun with Tera Baap Hindustan, this man goes like, Tera Baap Hindustan, Tera Baap Hindustan, and totally ruined it. Like, let Akshay do his job, man. Coming to the directors, Abhishek Anil Kapoor and Sandeep Kevlani. This is their debut movie. Though they have worked on big hits like Dangal, Stree, Sandeep had produced Sairat. So one can say they are familiar with good movies or at least crowd pleasing movies. And they've not done a bad job with Skyforce. In conclusion, Skyforce is worth a watch if you are into things like aerial combat sequences, aeroplane models, what these fighter planes can do, could not do, limitations on their ability, stories of unsung heroes who are finally being recognized after so many years. But you also need to have a will to ignore the cliches and the forced focus on a side character. And that's the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.